It's a lot to handle. It's nothing at all.
Hey, buddy. Buddy. Buddy, we're here.
Hi.
We made it.
We made it.
And by we, I mean I've survived.
I mean, I have also survived because you've been partying at the Grammys with Soulja Boy, and I've been surviving like 24 additional inches of snow. So we've been surviving in different ways.
Yes.
Welcome back, player.
Thanks, dude.
Are you tan?
No, I don't really do that.
Are you high?
I think not. I was. Presently, I think I'm okay.
I have recently been high, but I'm not currently high.
I used to be high. I am now, but I used to be also.
Shout out to Mitch Hedberg. What up, man? How was California?
It was great, dude. It was weirdly cold. I had not experienced that before.
Hey, that intro song, speaking of the Grammys, is our friend Eric Mason.
He's got a new single out. We'll play the whole thing for you at the end of the show.
Yeah.
It's called Straw Man. It's great.
He's the guy who sang A Liar's Born.
Yeah, he makes actual songs that are also brilliant.
Yes. Keep going.
It was cold, dude. It was like in the 30s at night a couple times.
Sick.
Yeah, it was weird.
Dude, LA in January and February is kind of a cool time to be there because you get to wear like jackets and hoodies and shit.
Yeah, but it'd be like 60 during the day and you'd be outside and doing shit.
Yep. Feel unobstructed.
It's a good time.
So we're going to have to talk about the fact that you did go to the Grammys.
I did.
Which is a thing.
With an official What If correspondent.
Official What If correspondent DJ Name. Shout out to DJ Name. So also, speaking of shout outs, we do need to shout out whatever listener it was who was hitting us on Instagram on Saturday night.
Oh yeah.
and I realized, because Spencer and I both get the messages for our Instagram account, well, all our social accounts. It's What If Pod if you want to hit it. And I'm in the middle of like a conversation with this girl. I go back to check it, and there's a response in there that I didn't put in there, which means Spencer was literally sitting in his seat at the Grammys while music is playing, and he's just hitting the Instagram DMs, responding to listeners. That's how much he loves you guys.
Okay, first of all, that is how much I love you guys. Secondly, Ryan's exaggerating slightly. It wasn't during the actual. It wasn't like during the middle of Lady Gaga or something. It was like during a long commercial break.
Okay, all right.
And you're just sitting there and nothing's happening, except for the one time during commercial break where a lady passed out in the like dead center of the main stage.
Oh no!
Yeah, so
dead center, like on stage or in front of the stage?
On stage, like front and center of the stage, where Alicia Keys was supposed to be standing.
Well, who was the lady?
So you know how like. Have you watched the Grammys recently?
Yes, including the ones that you were attending on Saturday.
So, well, I hadn't watched it in like 5 years until Sunday.
I watch them. I like watching mostly for the performances.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, you know, they have those people like right down front on/in front of the stage who are supposed to be like the weird little audience for the live performances.
They're like the people that they, I'm sure, go to modeling agencies in LA for and go like, hey, we'll give you $75 and a free ticket to the Grammys if you wear something nice and come cheer really loud for everything that happens.
Right. So they're standing in this little pit, like where a pit orchestra would be on stage or under the stage. And they're in there for the whole show. They don't like rotate those people through.
When do they sit down?
They don't. So you're standing for like 4 hours.
Well, no wonder she fucking passed out.
Right. So
it's hot.
So they loaded them in there at like 4:30, and by 8:30, somebody had to like during commercial break, she was like, I gotta get out. And so she steps up out of the pit
onto the stage.
Takes like 2 steps on the stage.
And goes whammy.
And then just drops. And they're at a commercial break, and they have like during the commercial breaks up on screens, they have a timer to like how soon until they're back, in
case you're peeing or whatever, and you got to like run back to your seat.
Yeah, and people got to take their seats and stuff. And so when she falls or when she like passes out, they're like a minute from being back live.
And the executive producer of that show absolutely shit his drawers.
If Alicia Keys had a mark like on stage, you know?
Yes.
This woman was on top of it. She like couldn't have possibly been more in the way. And then they've got like
hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Alicia Keys, and currently I'm using my wet head wrap to mop the brow of this unconscious girl. We're gonna send her peace and love and good vibrations.
Why are you roasting Alicia Keys? I think she was great.
I love Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys was a little loosey-goosey hosting the Grammys.
Well, yeah, sure. Why not?
She was like super crunchy, hippy-dippy, peace and love, and then like sometimes...
Absolutely.
It was even more noticeable on camera where sometimes she was very obviously supposed to be talking and she was just holding the microphone like, hi, baby, like grabbing the fans of hands and shit. Yeah. Just like awkward cameras where you're like, girl, talk to the girl, people are waiting for you.
Nah.
You need to talk to the people.
Nah. So anyway, she woke up and they like carried her off stage with about 10 seconds to spare before we were back from live TV.
Cool.
Which may have been why Alicia Keys was just wandering around other parts of the stage, honestly.
Hi, baby, I'm going to talk to you over here while they take care of that passed out girl.
Right.
She had too many Cosmos before we started the show.
No, I think she'd just been standing up, not like drinking water or doing anything with her knees locked for 4 hours.
Probably in heels and a tight dress if everyone else in there is an indication.
They would like come out and throw granola bars into the pit during commercial breaks. Seriously, they were like,
really?
Oh yeah.
I thought you were fucking kidding.
No, dude. Like
a feed bucket for the fucking animals.
Some fucking PA would come out and like toss some food in there and then keep it moving.
Bro, you know what's fucked up? Some like super hungry big dude was probably snatching all the granola bars and that girl didn't get her fucking meal. That's what happened.
Also, he
was like, I need 6 granola bars.
There were like 40 people in each one of these things and they'd throw like 3 of them in there. So now you're just also asking for people to start fights.
Fucking Lord of the Flies, man.
Right. I can pan over and somebody's head is going to be on a stake on the edge of the
fight
stage.
for your food. Yeah, seriously.
You pan over and somebody's chewing on someone else's arm.
By the end of the show, it's just one fucking like savage woman wearing like shreds of clothing. She's fashioned like fucking knives out of the bones of the other concert attendees. She's just swimming in blood. She won the Grammys audience pit.
Start giving her honorary Grammys just to appease her.
No, they huck them at her head to knock her out so they can pull her out of the pit and like get her out of there safely.
Anyway, the Grammys are fine.
Yeah, cool.
It's great.
Except for that one girl that passed out. Hey, we wish her the best. We hope she's good.
I learned that I enjoy Casey Musgraves.
Right? She's pretty solid, right?
Yeah, she was really good. Also, Brandi Carlile, fucking crushed.
I've heard she's really good. I did not watch her performance.
I think she definitely got the best crowd reaction of the whole night. By like halfway through the last chorus, people were already standing up screaming for her.
Wow, really?
Aside from Michelle Obama, it was the loudest it got in there all night.
Bro, Michelle Obama tore the ding-dang house down.
Well, see, the thing was, I think most people in the arena didn't know who it was until she started talking.
I agree. I got that impression from watching it on TV.
Because, like, you know, they didn't put her name up. There's no screen or anything to put her name up on.
Right,
and you're in a stadium, so even if you're close, you're still pretty fucking far away to be able to, like, recognize someone's face.
Right.
And I was just like, I think maybe that's J-Lo because she's supposed to be here. And then there's, like, some other people. And then there's, like, a tall black woman. And then, like... Nobody knew who she was until she started talking.
Right.
And then everybody lost their shit. Because also, you're not expecting Michelle Obama to be at a music event.
No, she doesn't fit necessarily for the subject matter. I mean, they've involved people outside of music before, but I mean, there was no announcement that like Michelle Obama was going to be guest starring or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, she tore the ding dang house down, man. That was a loud reception.
That was pretty cool.
Brandi Carlile got the second most noise, huh?
I think so.
That's good to know.
Janelle Monáe was great.
Was she?
Yeah. I did it. I don't really know how things translated, but
yeah,
in the room, her stuff came across better than most.
That's cool. Her performance was like a little. Maybe it was the song. Song just didn't really crush it for me.
Fair
for her, but I think she's interesting, and I think she's a good performer.
Red Hot Chili Peppers and Post Malone was one of the worst performances I've ever heard in my life.
Red Hot was.
They fucking suck.
Red Hot Sharp, man.
God, they
Red
suck.
Hot Sharp. They've got some good songs out there, but boy, I don't know what their whole deal is.
They have never had a good song.
Don't, guys. Just remember, Spencer's a hater, semi-professionally.
They are half a step above Sublime for worst band of all time.
You're a bad person. All right, I have a couple questions I need to ask you about the Grammys.
Okay.
Number one. Did you get a chance to smoke weed with Soulja Boy?
No.
Okay.
Dan and I did walk the red carpet beforehand, though, and we saw Ron Jeremy.
That was literally
your next question?
One of my questions on here was, who is the wildest or weirdest celebrity you actually saw in real life?
We had been there for about 30 seconds before, like, walking within about a foot and a half from Ron Jeremy.
That was
pretty weird.
That's pretty wild
he
and
looked
weird.
Literally dead. Like, have you ever seen Weekend at Bernie's? Take the sunglasses off of Bernie and like make him a foot shorter. He had passed before the event started.
Does he still have long hair?
Yeah, but
is it like whitish gray now?
It's like mummy hair. You know how like there's a little bit sticking out that like sort of got some of the preservatives, but not enough.
Preservatives. I guess that's probably like close to a technical term.
He looked like a fat little mummy.
You know how we use the word literally too liberally in our society?
No, I meant it exactly as the dictionary defines it.
I know, and I read it. I think that's why I laughed so hard. He looked literally dead. Like I knew exactly what you meant when you said that, and I was like,
he has perished.
Probably did. Probably did.
His soul has left.
Any second or third runner-ups to that? Weirdest or wildest celebrity that you saw in real life?
We made a very brief red carpet appearance. Turns out it's not a really like cool place to be. It actually is kind of awful.
It sounds like it would be one of my worst nightmares, like just shuttling person to person, lights, yelling people. Yeah, I would need some fucking. I would either need like 3 cocktails or a heavy dose of Valium before I did that.
So we both.
Why did you get to do it?
I don't know. Our ticket said so, and then we were like, "Well, we probably should at least see what that's about."
Which I am holding right now, by the way.
Yeah. So we were in there for like 30 seconds and looked at each other, and we were like, "Yeah, we gotta get the fuck out of here," and basically just sprinted to the other end.
God, I hope you are in the background of some fucking interview with like,
dude, we like ran.
Like John Legend is talking about his new baby, and there's just these 2 fucking like pale-faced Minnesotan doofuses.
We did run directly behind Ryan Seacrest at one point.
Oh, dude,
I'm not sure who he was talking to. It was like
Dear listeners,
it's like a tall white dude, so probably like Bradley Cooper or something.
Dear listeners, if you recorded the Grammys on Saturday night or any of the red carpet action,
see 2 dumbasses in suits running behind a Ryan Seacrest type.
I need you to find this is footage that we cannot underestimate the value of.
Send that gift to @WhatIfPod, please.
Oh God, that'd be amazing. Okay,
so no like huge celebrity sightings really.
Did anyone vape that you did not think would vape from a celebrity perspective?
Wait, what?
Yeah, was anybody just pulling like just clouds on like the red carpet or something?
Oh no, I don't think they were allowing that in there. Although somebody around us was like very stealth vaping some weed, but I couldn't figure out where it was coming from.
That was not the vape that I meant, but
no,
I just assumed in LA it's everybody.
I don't think that shit was allowed in there.
That's fair.
They didn't care at all about our phones though. So
tickets are very nice. I mean, I suppose they have to be this like nice and specific and reflective and all that shit, so people don't.
I don't know.
Fake them and try to come in. All right. Based on your physical like physical as in like seeing people close up or from far away, what artist at the Grammys is most likely to succeed on another planet? Show me what you got.
Most likely to succeed on another planet?
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Yes, you do. You know exactly
which one looks most like an alien?
No, I mean like musically, visually, artistically, who would be most appreciated by an alien race elsewhere? Who would fit into the musical canon?
I'm going to answer this in 2 ways. One, in like a positive sense of like who I would want to send out into the universe, and I feel like would have the best chance of representing us.
Oh, dude! For a second, I thought
in a good light.
I thought you meant that as in positive for yourself, as in someone you could like kick off the planet.
No. If I'm answering it that way, it would be Janelle Monáe.
That's tight. I can get behind that.
I feel like she'd be a good intergalactic representative of just us, and then also like music.
Put her on the next golden record.
Right. Who is most likely to be an actual alien?
Yes.
Is probably Lady Gaga.
Okay, 6.
I don't know what the fuck was going on with that performance, but it was extremely uncomfortable to watch.
Perfect segue for me to our final Grammys part of today's show, where we play a very quick game of Alien, Cryptid, or Reptilian.
Okay.
Wherein I would like for you to identify celebrities and whether they are more likely to be an alien in disguise, a cryptid in disguise, or a reptilian in disguise.
Okay.
Number 1.
Alien, cryptid,
or reptilian.
Or reptilian.
Yes.
cryptid, just any kind?
Any kind. You can specify if you'd like.
Okay. All right. I think I got it. Go ahead.
Number 1, Drake.
Oh, boy. Reptilian.
I can get behind that assessment.
Yeah, Drake is like a little too... He could be a shapeshifter.
I can
He's
see
a little
it.
too slimy. I just don't really trust him.
You don't trust him?
No, man. He's
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a bit of like he's a character. You know, he feels very fake, like he's playing a part all the time.
Ooh, shots fired.
Like underneath, he might be real scaly.
Like he's uncomfortable all the time because he's covering up his
skin.
scales.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Drake Cryptid. Got it.
No, Reptilian.
Drake Reptilian. My bad.
Keep up.
I'm asking about this person twice because I have it on good authority that you went to an after party that featured him. Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy. Oh man. I could see him being like a goat man or something.
That's right.
Yeah. Did you say that's right?
That's right.
That's the correct answer.
Drake!
Yeah, Soulja's a cryptid of some sort.
Okay, I'm with it.
I'll get back to you on what kind. For now, I'm going with like some sort of like goat.
I didn't have an answer in mind for any of these, but I really like the concept of me telling you whether or not you're correct.
Yeah, I enjoy that also.
I'm going to do it for all of them at this point.
So I'm 1 for 2 right now? Did I get the first one wrong?
No, I think you're 2 for 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Dolly Parton.
Oh, man. Perfect human being? Is that an option?
Alien, cryptid, reptilian. Isn't she just the best?
Yes.
She's just the best.
Also evident just how much everyone else thinks she's the best.
Just the reaction she got on Saturday?
No, like Miley Cyrus was so psyched to come out on stage and sing with Dolly Parton.
Oh, big time.
You're like, holy shit, I'm next to Dolly Parton. Isn't
That's
this tight?
crazy. Yeah, for sure.
And Katy Perry's dumbass, I don't think knew where she was.
Shots fired.
She's the worst. She's definitely a reptilian, in case that's on the list.
It's not.
Okay.
Because I don't like Katy Perry either, so I did not put her on the list.
Sorry, Dolly Parton. She's an alien. She's like a Pleiadian or something.
Yeah.
She's just like she's too perfect.
Correct. That's correct.
Thank you. 3 for 3.
Yep, you're 3 for 3.
Okay.
All right, number 4, Cardi B.
Oh boy. I mean, she's so this is a tough one because she's so perfectly Bronx. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like now I have to think, does everyone from the Bronx fit into one of those 3 categories?
No. I get what you're saying, but
alien. She's definitely not a reptilian. She's too like
authentic.
If anything, yeah, she's like too honest and too authentic sometimes. Oh damn.
Oh dang.
Oh dang. Threw my phone on the floor. So that leaves us with alien or cryptid. Let's see, what type of could she be? She's not a squatch.
Not a squatch.
She's not like a dog person.
No. That's also seems like it's borderline offensive.
Well, I said she's not.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying if we had said she was.
Right. It's always dog man too. You never hear about dog women.
Yeah, what the hell, man? It's fucked up.
Not supposed to take your whole pants off.
That's fucked up, man. I love how few people got that reference.
That's fine. That was just for me.
That's from a very old
just
episode,
for you and
I
me.
think.
I guess alien. Although I'm struggling to come up with like what type.
Incorrect. She's a cryptid and she's a Loch Ness monster.
Damn. Yeah, you got me.
You know I'm kind of.
Now you're right.
You know I'm kind of right.
You're right. I wasn't thinking about that one.
All right.
I was like, she's not a chupacabra.
No, she's
Loch Ness,
a cryptid and she's a Loch Ness monster.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
All right. A few more here. Childish Gambino.
Ooh. Not in attendance.
Yeah. Making a statement, I think.
Yeah. Except his statement backfired because he just had some awkward white guy improvise a statement instead.
Because he won a bunch of shit.
Ooh, that was unfortunate.
True.
Also, that song, not a good song.
You don't like This America?
He won a Grammy for best song or best record or whatever because of a music video.
He should have won for the video though.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That's a category.
That song on its own is not very good.
Shots fired.
I mean,
Okay, could have a music podcast too, where we just roast everybody.
Is none of the above available?
If you want to take him off this list, you can.
I mean, I just feel like he's just like a dude.
Yeah. Okay.
He's
no,
just
that's
like
fair.
a kind of okay at a few things, dude.
Sure. Okay. Post Malone.
Oh. Ooh. He might be a squatch. He's pretty squatchy.
That's correct. That is correct.
He looks like he stinks.
Yeah. Oh, that's so mean.
Am I wrong?
Damn, Spencer out here dropping battle bars on people.
Actually, let me rephrase. He's not a squatch. He is definitely a skunk ape.
Yes, which is a synonym, but a good synonym.
Just a point of clarification.
By skunk ape,
He's
you mean
like
he probably smells like weed, for sure.
He's like a Florida Bigfoot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he from Florida?
He looks like it.
He does look like it, doesn't he? You're right. When you put it like that, you're right. Casey Musgraves.
Alien.
Correct. That's correct. Nice job.
One of them tall aliens.
Yep. She's not tall at all, but that's
she looks like it.
She looks like she's tall?
Yeah.
Bro, she's tiny. She's like 5'2". She's tiny.
She looks pretty tall.
Okay. Just saying. I just saw her in concert. She's not that
You are
big.
incorrect. She looks tall. It's the wrong answer.
I'm not asking what she
the
is.
answer we were looking for is she looks tall. Yeah.
All right. Last and certainly not least, Diana Ross.
Ooh. That performance was real awkward.
It seemed awkward. She
just can't sing anymore. It sucks.
Well,
she's 75.
She also was just sort of going in between like singing and talking to everyone.
Also, it was nowhere close to her birthday, and she wished herself a happy birthday.
Big time. Big time. Wait, was it really not her birthday?
No, her birthday's like nowhere close to February 10th.
Bro, we need to figure that out quick.
Hey, Siri. Diana Ross birthday. Yeah, her birthday is March 26th.
Fuck off. Bro, what? She's like, this is within the same year. I'm fine. It's my birthday year. Yeah. So is every year, lady.
6 weeks early.
Damn, that's funny. Holy shit. Do you know what's funny?
She's for sure an alien, by the way.
There's probably only like 30 or 40 people in that room who could be like, wait, what?
Right.
Everyone else was like, oh my God, it's Diana Ross's birthday. Fuck yeah.
Also, they had her grandkid introduce her.
Which was super adorable.
Yeah, he killed it. But like, he probably knows his grandma's birthday, right?
Did he wish her a happy birthday?
I needed a reaction shot from that dude. No, I needed a reaction shot from him.
Oh, where he's just popping an eyebrow like,
Mom, is that right?
Mom, you said we're going over to grandma's for her birthday next month. This is some bullshit.
Diana's an alien, though, for sure.
Yeah, also correct. Hey, great job.
Thanks, dude.
Great job.
I feel like I got most of those. I just missed the Loch Ness Monster one.
Yeah, Cardi of Loch Ness.
Man, I disagree. I can't imagine Scottish Cardi B.
But the accent, man.
What?
Just having a strong accent.
A Bronx accent and a Scottish accent are extremely different.
I'm saying
Their only similarity is that I can't really understand either of them.
The thread that is connected is that they're ununderstandable.
An accent?
Yes.
That's the only cryptid that would have an accent?
Yes.
Chupacabra for sure has an accent.
No. Chupacabra just goes...
Wait, the Loch Ness Monster talks?
Yeah.
She lives underwater. How does she talk?
It's more like, you know that bubble talk? But it's like bubble talk, but with a Scottish accent.
I was imagiing like whale sounds.
You know, like that.
Pardon?
I had Loch Ness called people a wee lassie through bubble talk.
Got it. Yeah. All right.
Well, dude, I'm glad you survived the Grammys. I hope you gave out your USBs. I hope that you're going to surprise me at the end with some What If podcast shout outs from celebrities as well.
You're going to be disappointed.
Oh, God damn it.
On the bright side, I've been texting with Jose Canseco's manager today.
So, guys, this is one more thing we have to cover before we dive into a very fantastic alien story.
This episode's all over the place.
Which is that Spencer has indeed. So, for those of you who are not sports fan, Jose Canseco is a baseball player. Well, was a baseball player, a former baseball player now.
Probably a Hall of Fame baseball player, I would guess. Or did he get caught up with the whole steroid thing and not get voted in?
No, he's in the Hall of Fame, isn't he?
I mean, he should be probably, unless, he Like Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens still aren't in there.
Oh,
he might not be. He definitely used a bunch of steroids. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, he's no, you're right about that latter part.
If you don't follow Jose Canseco on Twitter, you should.
Which I did not.
Well, hopefully now you do. He's been tweeting some very odd things recently.
That is putting it so lightly.
His most recent tweet from yesterday says, "What did the alien say when he first met a human being? Translation ... WTF." And then there's a video that just plays some like it's a blank video, it's just audio. And it's some like weird maybe alien noises.
Can we play it?
Yeah, I can probably pull it up here.
I think if
I was looking at my phone so I could get the text message ready, but let's see. Jose Canseco.
If Jose Canseco is claiming that he has sounds of aliens, I feel like we would be doing our listeners a dramatic injustice if we did not play that.
You know what? You're right. All right. It sounds something like this. One more time.
Oh,
that's an alien, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So that was from yesterday.
That's the end of that?
Yep. Yeah. He also tweeted yesterday, quote, "Come step into my world, the Twilight Zone, the world of pure imagination." Then he tweeted,
"Oh,
I need to partner up with someone who is tech savvy enough to start a subscription-based internet show with me out of Las Vegas. Please contact Morgan Management at 702-374-3735.
Do we think we could get him on the show?
I'll try.
Let's say to Morgan, like, let's try to get him on the show.
Okay. I tried calling initially, and it just goes to voicemail, and then his mailbox is full. So I started texting, and I had some luck there. Go on a Bigfoot and alien excursion with Jose Canseco. Contact Morgan Management at 702. Blah, blah, blah.
Now you know why we were interested, gang. I feel like you blew over that tweet, and that's a very important.
I'm going chronologically.
Okay, got it.
Come spend the day with me and my alien buddies. I'll show you Bigfoot and a real alien. Call Morgan at blah, blah, blah. When you're in Vegas, come let me teach you the art of power hitting with a baseball and softball. Contact Morgan.
With a baseball and softball.
Yep. Spend the day with Jose. Come hang out with me. Ask questions. Pick my brain. See what I'm really about. Stay away from Bitcoin. It has the same structure as any pyramid scheme, but controlled by one individual.
Oh.
Drastic changes in Japan and China. Stay away from the stock markets, particularly penny stocks.
I'm sorry. Was the drastic changes in Japan and China just
That's its own tweet.
This guy is on one.
Another way to live 30 years longer if you must have sex at least 3 times a week. What? I don't know. One other way to live 30 years longer is we are in talking way too much food. Cut down your food intake by half.
Oh.
One of many ways to live an extra 30 years is that you have to sleep in almost freezing temperatures.
I feel like Jose Canseco is not a doctor. Stop eating food. Sleep outside in the winter.
And then I'm
Jose Canseco.
Then he also says new bodies will come with optional android or robotic moving parts. Then he says cloning is illegal. That's why we cannot evolve into our next stage.
Why would cloning evolve us?
I don't know.
See, this is why what we need to do is go visit Jose Canseco. So tell us, you texted with Morgan Management, Jose Canseco's management company?
I think it's just a guy named Morgan.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's my understanding.
Because of the tweet that said...
Alien excursion, Bigfoot. I'll take you on my RV to meet a Bigfoot.
We'll show Bigfoot. Yeah. Text this number. Of course we said, okay, we'll see what that's about.
So let me, I'm just going to read you this text exchange that I had today with Morgan. I said, "Hi, is this Morgan Management? I'm interested in the Bigfoot and alien excursion with Jose Canseco." He responded. Also, that's the greatest text I've ever sent to anyone. in the 15 years I've been texting people.
I'm going to need you to screen cap that and put it on the Instagram.
It is already. Don't worry.
Great. Thank you.
I get this response. It's a little long, so stay with me. Spend the weekend with Jose for 5,000 cash. Only. Also, like, bro, is this prostitution? What?
Oh, damn. Yeah, that phrasing is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk. Well, I have many questions about this response. We will talk about them shortly.
It's long. Let me go through it first. Spend the weekend with Jose for only 5,000 cash. Only 5 lucky individuals will get a golden ticket. Oompa Loompas ain't got nothing on Bigfoot. Travel in his custom RV to authentic alien sightings and proven Bigfoot habitats. Camp out in the wild. Tell stories and maybe meet a real Bigfoot. You never know what's going to happen with Mr. Canseco. In parentheses, food included.
Sweet.
Only serious inquiries, please. I will help you book your flights to Vegas and set itineraries. Thank you. Period. Morgan. 16 spaces per person. 16 more spaces. It's 50% up front to secure your seat and 50% upon arrival. Once we have secured our 5 lucky people, we will work with their schedules to set a date. We're looking at early April.
So patreon.com/whatifpodcast.
We need 10K ASAP.
If you guys want to help, you can get an extra episode of the show every single week.
Dude, that would be too reckless even for me.
Yeah.
So I respond, okay, thanks. Which alien sightings and Bigfoot habitats will we be visiting?
Yes.
Not sites, alien sightings we're visiting somehow.
Let's
I made
visit
sure
the
to
sightings.
I made sure to use his exact phrasing and capitalization in all my
He
responses.
probably realized you were being a pedantic asshole and was like, fuck this guy. I'm not responding to his shit anymore.
So he says, if you secure a seat in the RV, which also one of Jose Canseco's tweets that I didn't get to is that he's selling his RV on Twitter.
He's already selling the RV?
Dude, he really needs some money, apparently.
Which is shocking because you guys, Jose Canseco has made a lot of money over the course of his career. I'm going to actually pull up really quickly while you finish your conversation with Morgan how much money Jose Canseco has made in his professional career.
So I said, okay, thanks. Which alien sightings and Bigfoot habitats will we be visiting? He responded, if you secure a seat in the RV, you'll get an itinerary with all the information. This is an exclusive and very secretive excursion.
Oh.
And I responded, does the $2,500 deposit guarantee me a seat in the RV? Because there was all this weird talk of Oompa Loompas and golden tickets and being lucky.
Yes.
So I was hoping they were not auctioning off these, like raffling off chances to hang out with Jose.
Right.
He just responded, yes.
Okay.
Then I said, okay, are there any more details you can provide about the itinerary before I place a deposit? That's sort of a big commitment without knowing what we'll actually be doing. And then he stopped responding to me.
That's no, I do not have any more details. He's like, dude, I told you, food will be included in the RV. Jose Canseco will be there, and we might see a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
End of details, dude. That is
It might happen in April.
That's all you need to know.
Vegas,
to give
April.
me $5,000.
So I'm really curious now if I responded with, you know what? Fuck it. Let me give you $5,000, what he would say.
Do it.
All right.
You're not legally binding a contract with Morgan Management.
Well, I don't know.
Just say, all right, I'm in. What's next? Question mark.
Okay. I'm going to text him that verbatim and we'll see if he responds by the end of the show. All right. I'm in.
What's next?
What's next? I love that. I need clarification. You didn't respond? All right. You drive a hard bargain. I'm in.
I actually, more than anything, I really like the concept of it being like, it's like a psychology test. Like,
yeah.
All right, I get it. I see what you did there.
Did I pass?
Yeah. By your lack of response, I understand everything now. Here's my money.
He was serious about this being very secretive.
Take my money.
Take my $5,000, Morgan.
I honestly think Jose Canseco is going to beat 5 people to death with a baseball bat in the desert and take their $25,000. Why does it have to be cash, man? Why does it have to be cash? They made cash a very clear thing and saying they're saying $5,000 cash. That's a fucking weird thing to say, man. Who does Jose Canseco owe money to, man?
You know what? That is weird.
Yes, it is. That was one of the first things I noticed was like,
I didn't think about that the first time.
I love that the motherfucker is selling the RV. He is also renting seats out too.
I mean, we don't know if it's the same one. I don't know how many RVs this man owns.
Was he riding two at once?
Another tweet from another Jose Canseco tweet. Time travel puts 42,651 pounds of pressure on a human skeletal structure. Can you detach the brain from the body and equalize the pressure? It could be done.
Sick. Could be done.
Can you? And then he answers his own question.
Dr. Canseco says it can be done. What's his Twitter handle?
I think it's just at Jose Canseco.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Dude, his banner picture on Twitter, it's him. Remember when he did MMA for a minute?
Whoa. No.
Oh, yeah. He was fighting people for a second. The banner picture on his Twitter is of him throwing a punch, but it's clearly a picture that he took of his television.
Yeah. No, that's definitely. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's...
In 1990, Jose Canseco signed a 5-year deal for $24 million in baseball money, and that was just one of his career deals.
Tell you, man, baseball money.
He played baseball all the way through 2001.
Yeah, he played for a long time. And he was good for a lot of it.
How does he need $25,000 in cash, and how is he selling RVs?
Well, he lives in Las Vegas.
Sick.
He's obviously off the fucking rails. And we know he is not averse to doing drugs.
Guys, tweet at Jose Canseco.
That adds up to having no money in my mind.
Tweet at Jose Canseco and at What If Pod and tell him that he needs to go on our show because I need to ask this dude some questions. Specifically, what's going on, bud?
We could work the angle of we'll help you publicize whatever money laundering scheme you're trying to run right now.
We absolutely will. We'll say, hey, look, we have a shitload of listeners who are invested in this extremely specific thing that you're interested in putting out there.
Give us a 10-minute interview.
Yeah, 10-minute interview. We just want to ask you about your thoughts about time travel. And also, I need to ask you some medical questions because you obviously are a doctor, Mr. Canseco.
Remember when he got hit in the head with a baseball and then went over the fence and it was a home run?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my all-time favorite baseball moments.
It's like a blooper in many of the blooper reels, isn't it?
Oh, it's one of the all-time bloopers.
Yeah.
All right, you want to talk about UFOs?
Sure, man. Let's.
Now that we've gone 40 minutes into the episode.
We've sufficiently discussed Jose Canseco's fascination with aliens and Bigfoot and which celebrities probably are aliens or Bigfoot.
I wrote notes about the Grammys. I forgot to mention one of them.
Oh, sure.
There's an after party. An official Grammy after party that for some reason we were also allowed to go to.
Cool.
And it's in the LA Convention Center right next to Staples.
Yep.
After party entertainment, TLC and En Vogue.
I would have just gone to that.
Right?
That would have been super great.
Also, I was reminded that Unpretty is an absolute banger.
Great song.
Hadn't heard it in about 20 years.
Damn unpretty. Great song.
Incredible.
Great song.
All right. UFOs.
We had one.
Huh?
We had one.
But there have been many.
Well, we had one that we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Guys, it's a UFO story I've literally never heard of, and Spencer
shocked.
is taking it from here.
All right. We're talking
Unless I haven't, I don't remember it.
I'm also shocked that we haven't gotten to it on the show yet, but this is the O'Hare Airport UFO.
We're sorry, Rob, for all the stuff we're going to get wrong about this.
Hey, man, I'm going to get a bunch of shit right. Don't worry about it.
Just kidding. Spencer's going to get it all right.
Chicago, Illinois, on Tuesday, November 7th, 2006. That was probably election day.
Oh, It was election day. It was a presidential alien.
That wouldn't have been a presidential election. Come on, bro.
You're right. I wasn't thinking.
It's about 4 p.m. and we're at gate C-17 at Chicago International Airport.
It was a congressional alien.
A group of somewhere between 10 and 15 airport employees witnessed a metallic saucer-shaped craft hovering over gate C-17. It was gray in color and appeared to be revolving.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm amazed you haven't heard about this one.
This was 7 p.m.
No, 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
on Tuesday, November 7th of 2006.
So it'd be like...
It was light out.
But like probably since it's trending towards winter, maybe trending towards like sunset-ish.
We'll get there. But
Okay.
I know specifically that sunset was at least 30 minutes away on this day.
Got it.
It was like, I think 5 something.
Okay.
The object was first seen by a ramp mechanic, which I don't exactly know what that means.
I think it's like the ramps that go up and down on airplanes. Like well, they have the ones that come under the belly, right, where the belly folds down, and then that. So it could be that, or it could also be like the ramps that they use to take baggage on and off.
That would make sense because he was outside near the plane, near gate C-17.
That's probably what it was. It was like the ramps that the belts on the ramps that they use to take baggage off.
So he was the first one to have seen it, and it was a flight that was departing from Chicago for Charlotte, North Carolina, and let me see, I have some actual quotes from him.
What the fuck? Quote 1.
So he said he was compelled to look straight up for some reason, and when he did, was startled to see a craft hovering silently above him. He worked for United Airlines, and he radioed to United's operations center and told the cockpit crew in the airplane at gate C-17 that there was something up in the air above their plane. He then said that the 2 crew members, like in the cockpit, opened their side windows and looked up at the object. So he knows for sure that the 2 people on that plane also saw it or were aware of it. He estimated that the object was about 500 to 1,000 feet up in the air. He described it as round and rotating, quote, pretty fast. And they said that the object shot off into the clouds about 2 minutes after he initially saw it. He estimated that at least 10 to 15 other people would have had to have seen it as well.
What the fuck?
There was also an aviation mechanic who saw it and was interviewed about it. A lot of these interviews took place for a Chicago Tribune article and for a report by what are they called? NARCAP stands for like, I don't know, National Aeronautic something.
NARCAP.
Yeah, that one. This aviation mechanic said that he originally overheard a radio message from the flight crew of the airplane at gate C-17 talking about, quote, a circle or disc-shaped object hovering over their gate. He said, at first we laughed to each other, and then the same pilot said it again and said that it was about 700 feet above ground level. The radio then erupted with chatter about the object, and the ATC controller that was handling ground traffic made a few jokes about it. Then, while taxiing to a different gate, he saw the object himself, which he estimated to be hovering about 100 to 200 feet below the clouds. He said it looked hazy on the bottom and did not appear to be revolving. He watched it for about 30 to 60 seconds. It never changed color, brightness, or anything like that, and there were no lights visible on it. And he said, quote, I'll tell you definitely it was not an airplane as we know it. I tend to be scientific by nature, and I don't understand why aliens would hover over a busy airport, but I know what I saw and what a lot of other people saw. It stood out very clearly. It was definitely not an Earth aircraft.
Bro.
The first officer of the plane at gate C-17, so one of the 2 people who opened their window from the plane to look up at it, was also interviewed and said he and the pilot saw the object and watched it for about 5 minutes. They opened their cockpit side windows and looked up at it. The first officer said it was a dirty aluminum color, very stable, and without any optical distortions near it, which I'm assuming means it wasn't giving off heat, I guess. He said it was perfectly round and silent, and that after a few minutes, a company supervisor arrived and ordered them to push back from the gate.
No. Hey, you should fly now. No.
There's a thing directly above us.
No.
The captain of that airplane declined to be interviewed.
Because he wanted to keep being a captain of an airplane.
Right.
Bro, what the fuck? This is crazy. I've never heard this story.
A United Airlines baggage handler said, quote, some of us are getting angry with this being hushed up with all the terrorism and TSA idiots hanging around. If we see
Shots fired.
If we see a funny looking bag, all damn hell breaks loose, but park a funny silver thing a few hundred feet above a busy airport and everyone tries to hush it up. It just don't make no sense.
Oh my God, dude. That is the firest quote I've ever heard. See a funny bag and everybody freaks out, but park a fucking alien in the sky and everyone's like, nah, we're cool.
Yeah, go ahead, take off.
Start flying right now.
Yeah.
No. What the fuck, man? This is like one of the best UFO cases I've ever heard.
Yeah. Estimates of the object's size ranged from about 22 feet to 88 feet in diameter. This is just based on people's eyewitness reports.
That's not as bad as some spectrums I've heard.
Yeah. I mean 20 to 80 is like...
Depending on how far away you think it is.
Right. Well, and the part of why the estimates might be a little better for this one than some others is that they know for sure that the clouds were at 1,900 feet that day, because that's a thing that you keep track of at an airport and if you fly airplanes.
Makes sense.
So they know like approximately how far away this thing would have had to be.
To be underneath the clouds.
Which then lets you estimate better the size of it. It was visible for as long as 18 minutes, depending on... So it was first sighted like right at 4 o'clock or like 3:58.
Well, if the first mate watched it alone for 5 total... I mean, you would expect that not all sightings were concurrent.
So based on eyewitness reports, it was visible for a minimum of 18 minutes up to maybe as many as 30 before tearing a circular tunnel through a 1,900-foot cloud ceiling. So it was visible like hovering over the airport, and then people watched it shoot straight up and broke like a hole through the cloud cover.
Fuck off. Is that in the Chicago Tribune article?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off.
The hole was roughly the same size as the object and was visible for about 14 minutes before closing back up.
Is there a photo?
Of the cloud hole?
Both,
or of the UFO?
either, yeah.
Or, I didn't dive too deeply into that because it doesn't help a ton for the podcast.
Somebody had to have taken a photo of that, though. No, I know. I just want to see it.
Yeah. The FAA did not detect the object on radar, nor did any air traffic controllers report visual confirmation of the object.
You know,
that's according to the FAA originally. There was later an FOIA request, which uncovered, I don't know if it was it was the ground air traffic controller, so not the people like up in the tower. I don't know where they're located at the airport, but there are recordings of radio conversations about this.
Interesting.
Yeah. I found transcripts of them today, but I could not find good audio. If you're interested in the audio, there's a UFO Hunters episode that's just about this case.
Sick.
That show's mostly garbage, but they have the actual audio in that episode. Which is kind of cool to hear.
Yeah, I want to listen to it.
Several witnesses who weren't at the airport, just in the area, also described or saw the object and described it similarly. One described a disc-shaped craft hovering over the airport, which was, quote, obviously not clouds. The official FAA explanation was that it was some sort of like weird weather event. So I think that's in reference to that. Like, no, the fuck it wasn't. It was a silver thing hovering in the sky.
It was, don't worry, guys. It was probably just a cloud. No. It was definitely not a cloud. Dude, I was just thinking, I love this idea that, like, you know how you were saying, like, we know how high up the craft is because of the cloud cover? I love this idea that, like, what if aliens are just flying around in their crafts just above the clouds, and they just use the clouds as a way to hide from us perpetually? Yeah. And, like, some guy was, like, texting, you know, in his ship.
Just drifting too low.
And then, like, someone's like, Mike. He's like, oh, shit, I'm below the clouds. And he just, like, shoots up through the clouds. He's like, oh, fuck, they found me. Mike, you're going to get in trouble again, man. That's the third time you've been below the clouds this month.
No photographic evidence of the UFO has surfaced. Although it was reported to Hilkovich, that's the dude who wrote the Chicago Tribune article, that one of the United Airlines pilots was in possession of a digital camera at the time and may have photographed the event. That's the pilot who declined to be interviewed or talk about it. Also, 2007, I mean, people had phones and cameras, but it wasn't quite the same as now.
No, not
at all. That was still the digital camera era.
And phone cameras were like crappy, like very crappy. Like you could not point it at an object 2,000 feet up and get a phone camera photo that was decent.
So there's this NARCAP article or report. Let me figure out what that actually stands for. But they released a 155-page report on this incident.
Jesus.
That goes extremely in-depth into what happened. It's the National Aviation Reporting Center on Anomalous Phenomena. NARCAP.
Gangster. Are they just like an independent third-party thing? No governmental...
Their mission is improving aviation safety and enhancing scientific knowledge.
Sick. Mm-hmm. That's such a good way to say, like, we get to talk about UFOs and be really official at the same time.
Dude, this report is very, very official. Like,
I bet it is.
They look at all the eyewitness accounts. They give a very detailed layout of the airport, like with photographs and diagrams to show you, like, Witness A was at this location and saw this thing happening at gate C-17. Witness B started at this location and moved here. Here's a photograph of like the angle he would have had at it.
Got it. So like sight lines, basically.
Yeah, exactly. They talk about very in depth about the weather conditions that day.
Yep.
They spend a lot of time on the radar coverage and why this wouldn't have shown up on radar,
that's
either
interesting.
Like locally or offsite. And then they get into like, what does this mean? Does this pose any sort of like security or like safety threat? What could it be? Does the FAA explanation make sense? The official FAA explanation was that witnesses had seen ground lights shining upward and reflecting off the bottom of the clouds. FAA official Elizabeth Corey said, quote, "That night was a perfect atmospheric condition in terms of low cloud ceiling and a lot of airport lights. When the lights shine up into the clouds, sometimes you can see funny things. That's our take on it."
That's a lazy fucking take.
This was first reported, and the FOIA request showed that the first radio talk about this was at 3:58 p.m. It was not dark out, and the lights that she's referencing had not been turned on yet. The ground lights, like,
you trash, you trash, you lie.
The runway lights and like ground lights had not even, they weren't on at the time, and wouldn't be for another hour.
Right. Also, you know what doesn't punch holes in fucking cloud cover? Lights.
Yeah, reflections.
Dummy. Don't lie to me. I'm a grown ass man.
This was not suggested by the FAA, but another possible explanation that has been suggested is that it may have been a weather balloon. And this sort of makes sense in that most weather balloons, if seen from the bottom, appear to be round. They can sort of appear to hover in one place based on what the wind conditions are, and would have been approximately in the size range that people were reporting seeing. However, the nearest weather balloon launch site to O'Hare Airport is 135 miles away.
It also would strike me to be a incredibly dangerous prospect for a weather balloon to be anywhere near an airport. And if it were anywhere near an airport, everyone would be fucking freaking out and talking about it and being like, yo, get that thing the fuck out of here. Like, I mean, they would probably mobilize something to go pop that just straight up to get it out of the way. I mean, that could take down a commercial airliner, no problem. Suck a giant balloon into a fucking jet engine.
Right. Also, weather balloons carry radiosonde transponders so that they can be intentionally so they can be tracked by radar.
So they would have known for sure where it was.
It would have shown up on radar, and they would have known what it was, where it came from, etc.
Also, somebody would have been like maybe an hour and a half earlier as the winds were carrying it 135 miles.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Hey, guys.
Right.
We got really bad news. We sent you a birthday balloon, and it's way too big, and it's in a really bad place.
It also doesn't explain the acceleration straight upward through the clouds. That's not something that
it just got a quick helium injection that shot it up.
Right.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I'm a grown-ass man. You can't lie to me.
So I don't know. It's
what the fuck, man?
It is weird to me that with so many people seeing it being visible for upwards of 20 to 30 minutes,
right,
that we wouldn't have some sort of photograph of it.
I agree, but at the same time, it feels like way too many people who are in good state. I mean, we talk a lot about people who like have something to lose by saying they saw something, and like airport employees who are trained to like know what airplanes look like and when they're going up and coming down and like, you know, sky conditions and all that shit. For those people to specifically be like the primary witnesses of a thing like this is pretty fucking convincing to me that like there was something very real going on. I can see it much more being like if it was high enough up, because like one of the things I think about, you know, when you're like when you're in an airport, you know, most airports have like floor to ceiling windows so you can see out or whatever. If we were in the right place above the terminal, if you were in the airport terminal, those thousands and thousands and thousands of people inside of O'Hare may very well have not had any sight line to it, but the people who were out at the ends and out in all those places would have. And if you're a baggage handler, you know, or a mechanic or something like that, you're not going to have a digital camera on you.
So one thing that they determined in this NARCAP report or investigation was that by combining all of the eyewitness accounts, they have a pretty good idea of where it would have been, you know, in terms of just in physically, like point in the sky.
Yeah.
And their conclusion was that that point would not have been visible from either inside the terminal or from the air traffic controller's tower. So I guess to your point, like, yeah, they concluded the same thing, that it would have only been visible like on the ground outside or from some planes.
And that being the case, that to me solves really quickly for X about there not being a photo of it.
Right. So and if there is, it's in possession of someone who works for the airline or the FAA.
Yeah. Or someone who was like, I'm not showing this to fucking anybody. Like,
well,
this
right,
like crazy.
The Chicago Tribune reporter seems to be strongly hinting that pilot took a photo of it.
He also might be declining to answer because someone might have knocked on his door the next day and said, hey, we're going to need you to decline to answer anything about that situation.
And also give us that memory card.
Yeah. And also, you didn't see us either.
If you Google image search O'Hare Airport UFO, there's a ton of pictures, and I'm pretty sure they're all fake, but it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are obviously fake, and others look like maybe something, but
yeah.
Like this one that looks most convincing is over an American Airlines flight, which is not.
It also appears to be like way out away from the airport.
Some of these it's really bad. So I think, some of these are definitely fake. It's probably safe to say all of them are.
I would prefer, obviously, to have a photo, especially of like the hole that thing left, because that's another thing too, where like often with the UFO style stories, we talk a lot about. There are ways to explain it for, oh, well, this was reflecting off of this, or it was a visual anomaly, or whatever.
Explain one portion of it.
Right.
Yeah.
But like with a cloud, with creating a hole in a cloud, like that was a physical fucking object that created a physical fucking hole in another physical fucking object. And like, that's something that we don't get nearly often enough.
Right.
That's fucking crazy, man. I'm about to go read this report right now. I like this story.
Hell yeah. I skimmed most of the 155-page report, but
damn,
a lot of the radar stuff didn't make any sense to me, so I skipped some of those sections.
Did they put the pilot's name in the article?
No.
We should see if we can find out who it is. Let's have him and Jose Canseco on the podcast at the same time. They can debate.
All right, dude.
Good to be back. We love you guys. Have a good week.
me in the well, my back to the wall. Made a couple wishes, now I don't care at all. I scored a couple points, had some reservations. I'm just an animal, but call me a constellation. Head is full of ashes, I can't believe my eyes. But I can be a con man, yes I can. I see you back at home. 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 I can be a con man, cover me in ashes, call me a non-believer. But I can be a strong man, yes I can. I see you back at home.